hear stuff.
Is that better?
Okay, talk for me.
Test.
Raise yourself up a little bit.
How do I do that? Oh,
You should go to audio mixer
yeah.
and then just raise yourself up.
Test.
A
Testing.
little bit more.
Testing. Is that
Should be
good?
fine there.
Right there?
Yeah,
Okay. Is the music too loud or is it good?
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So you should be good to go.
Okay.
I'll be around if you need me. Just send me a.
So once I get
Yeah.
into a game, then I hit game on the
Yep.
scene. Okay.
Yep. And then just watch the game.
All right. I think I got it.
Yeah. So if something breaks, I'll be around. Just send me a DM.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, man.
All right.
Good luck.
See ya.
I'm here with you. I see your face in the crowd, but you don't seem so far away. Nothing between us is empty space.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of Super Saturday Week 1. I'm Electric Aggie coming at you, filling in for a bunch of people. So you're gonna have to bear with me today. It's
Aggie,
magic.
pause it real quick.
What's up?
Pause it real quick.
Pause it. Pause the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So for some reason you can't hear the game.
Oh.
So go to.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear you. I just can't hear the
Okay.
game. So, yeah. 1 second, let me figure that out.
Could it be my hold on. My volume for the game is very low. Let me see if that probably. Oh, everything's 50 for the in the game.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not the volume. Go into OBS and go to the stream settings, or the file settings.
File settings.
Okay.
Back to audio. Yeah.
Let me see if it's all the same in mine.
Maybe I should. Let's see.
You should do your ones that are doing the Do you know which ones your headphones are?
Yeah, let me see if I can figure that out. I go. Shit. Oops. Am I not supposed to cuss on a stream?
You're fine. I do it all the time.
Goodness.
Dean, it's Iggy Luncaster.
I go to Discord. Look. Everyone can see my Discord for a second.
No, they can't.
So output device.
Hi, Wolf Gamer. We'll be right with you. We're just setting up something. I thought I had everything ready to go.
My output device on Discord is default, so I don't know.
Cianava. Interesting. Let me figure this out.
Is it something with the mixer?
No. Yeah, default should be fine.
Yeah, it's just really quiet for whatever reason.
Because you can hear the game in your headphones, right?
Yeah, it was here. Can I unpause it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's very quiet. I don't know why.
Raise it in your thing then.
You mean just like this? Or
wait. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out if I can hear that because of your thing or
it is pretty quiet.
Oh, we can't hear it. It's just quiet as hell. Raise it in your volume.
My
on your computer.
I mean, I have it's
Is that 100?
Yeah, it's at 100.
Okay, raise it on there then.
Raise it. Okay, raise it here.
Yeah.
Just everything to 100, or the
yeah.
umpire.
Yeah.
Wish there was a faster.
Leave the crowd though, or leave the crowd at like 70.
Okay.
So sometimes the crowd gets way too loud.
And then the announcer volume 70 probably.
Yeah.
All right. Try that.
Try that.
Is that better? Did you tell?
Going?
Okay.
I just want to hear the announcer at least once. Oh. Raise the crowd and the announcer like by 10 and you should be fine.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Let's try that.
All right, you should be good to go, man.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks. Alrighty. One down for Fitzmagic in the top of the first. Pitching to Galileo Cat. He grounds it over to second, over to first. 2 outs. Now up Buzz Yellow, the right fielder for the Skulls. He's in his second year. Grounds it over to short, to Kelly, over to first. 3 up, 3 down for the ball players in the top of the first. Runs, Shelton, and Kelly due up in the bottom of the first. Homer runs has power versus lefty already activated. Fouled on the first baseline. Launches it to center field, to the track, and that is gone. Dead center field. You have to think that his power versus lefties came in there. 454 on that one. So 1-0 already. Liner to short, caught by Jacinda Smith. Next up, Murph Kelly, shortstop. Fouls it down the right side. Single up the middle for Murph Kelly. And Billy Glenn is already tense. That's not going to be good moving forward. Pickoff move to first. Ball inside to Rick De La Stick, or as Fizek likes to say, of the stick. Liner to left. That barely stays in the park. And that's a single for Rick De La Stick. That's probably one of the hardest hit singles you can ever get. Looked like it hit just the top of the fence there. Barely missed a home run. Now it's up to Matthias Black. Inside on the curve. He's a low pitch hitter and he takes it through the left side of the infield for his single. Next up, Terry Thunder. Designated hitter for the ball players. Ball players already up 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Have runners at first and second, only one out still. Billy Glenn is clearly struggling here. And he walks him to load the bases. One out, bottom of the first for Toby Barker. I love Toby. And he hits a liner up the middle. That's going to score 2. And now it's 4-0 in the bottom of the first. Still only one out. Billy Glenn is up to 28 pitches now and only has one out. Popped up over to second base. He'll make the catch. 2 outs in the bottom of the inning now. Curly Shipwright's up next, the catcher for the ball players. He has absolutely no speed. And he hits it over to right center field. Ranging back and making the final out of the first inning. But the ball players strike for 4. Kipshaw Jr., center fielder for the Skulls. I believe he is a utility player, as in he can play every position except for catcher. He grounds it over to short, over to first for the first out of the second inning. Alicia Kim, the DH for the Skulls, is up next. She lines it over to first base, and Rick De La Stick easily makes the catch. Kevin Manikin, third baseman. It's a high contact hitter with not much power. He grounds it up the middle. Kelly over to first for the third out. So no damage there from the Skulls. Ball players have a chance to add more runs here with homer runs. He hit the home run to lead off the game for the ball players in the bottom of the inning. He hammers it to right. off the fence. He's digging for second. He'll be in there. So to start the game, first inning, he hits a home run. Second inning, he hits a double. He's halfway through the cycle, and it's only the second inning. Single through the right side of the infield, and he'll go and score. It's now 5-0, ball players. Billy Glenn continues to struggle here to start the game. A lot of speed there at first. We'll see if they steals. Four-pitch walk. And I believe Billy Glenn is now rattled. Yes, he is. Rick Stick hit that moonshot off the top of the wall, and it barely stayed in. And he only got a single out of it last time, so let's see if he can actually hit it out this time. Another single for Rick Stick. Runners will go station to station. Bases loaded for Matthias Black. He had an RBI single in the first inning. This is getting ugly. Deep fly ball to center field. That should advance the runner on second and score the runner at third. Making it 6-0, ball players. Terry Thunder drew a walk in his first appearance. He's up to the plate now. And he hammers it to left, down the line. That'll score one run. Runner digging for third. Thunder digging for second, and he's in there. Runners at second and third. Again, they are putting up runs in the second inning. 7-0, and it's one out through into the second inning. So Billy Glenn, I would not be surprised if he gets yanked here soon. Jocinda Smith catches the pop-up. Nathan Tucker up next. Two down, bottom of the second. 2-0 count for Tucker. 2-2 count. And he hits it to deep center field. And Kipshaw Jr. will make the catch. So 3 more runs for the ball players in the bottom of the second. Go to the top of the third. Let's see if the Skulls can get anything going at this point. Fitzmagic's already locked in, so it's not looking good. Grounder to first. Rick Stick steps on the bag for the first out of the third inning. Darius Green caught swinging for the second out. Jocinda Smith now. Let's see if she can get going with 2 outs in the bottom or the top of the third. Fitzmagic's still locked in, and he gets a grounder to third or to first. Rick Stick steps on the bag for the third out. Fitzmagic is working very efficiently, so that might be something to keep an eye on throughout the game. Pop up to right field. Making the catch is Buzz Yellow for the first out in the bottom of the third. Homer runs, locked in, facing a lefty. 2 for 2, and he oh, I spoke too soon. He does single, okay. So he's got a single, a double, and a home run through 3 innings. Can he get a triple at any point in the, further on in the game? Harry Shelton now, full count. And that ball's in the gap. That should score homer runs. Shelton digging for 2, possibly going for 3, maybe. Yes, he's going for 3. We say that triples are hard to come by, and we see one just happen. So if homer runs can manage to do that later in the game, he's got a cycle. Murph Kelly up to the plate. 3-1 count to Kelly. Ball 4, and another walk for Billy Glenn. There he goes. He's yanked in for Mickey Dillon Jr. Rick Dillistick singles again, unless they rule that an error. I don't believe so. So Rick Dillistick, I believe, is 3 for 3, along with a couple other ball players up to this point through the 3rd inning. Matthias Black up now. Watches that curveball drop in for a strike. Pops up to the catcher. And Longshakes makes the catch. Two-no count to Thunder. Rounder to short. Let's see if Smith can make the play. Over to first for the 3rd out. 9-0 ball players over the Skulls. We'll go to the top of the 4th. We got the top of the order for the Skulls. Let's see if they can get something going. Leading off is Carroll Henry. Liner up the middle for Carroll Henry. Is this a sign of things to come for the Skulls? We'll see. Galileo Cat up to bat now. Left fielder for the Skulls. Lines it through the infield for another single. And Fitzmagic is no longer locked in. And the no-hitter was gone with Carroll Henry's single. So Fitzmagic allowed no hits through 3 innings, but now he's into some trouble. Buzz Yellow fouls it over to the left side. Strike 3 swinging for Buzz Yellow. He had an RBI opportunity there, and he just couldn't come through. Kip Shaw up now. Center fielder for the Skulls. 1-1 count to Shaw. Grounder to first. Let's see if they turn 2. 1 and 2. 2 outs. And Kipshaw Jr. is tense after grounding into a double play. Leading off for the ball players is Toby Barker. Outside pitch for Barker. Inside. 3-0 count to Barker. And Barker walks on 4 straight balls. Not something you want to do when you're trying to get back into the game. And Barker's got a lot of speed over at first. Wouldn't be surprised to see if he tries to steal. Jay Watt just getting in now, seeing that his team is down 9-0. And another single for the ball players. It's just getting ugly. Barely Shipwright up next. He's 0 for 2 so far. 0-1 count. Grounder to third, over to second, over to first for the double play. So finally, the Skulls are appearing to hold the ball players offensively. Let's see if they can get through this without giving up a run. Jay Watt saying that this is expected from the Skulls. Popped over to the left side, out of play. Grounder up the middle, and that will be another run. So now I have to, yes, we have a cycle watch for homer runs. Single, double. Oh, and Harry Shelton, I guess, too. He's got a single and a triple. So we got 2 cycle watches for the ball players. Now I got to figure out this double digit thing with the scoring. Jocinda Smith with the diving stop, but too late. Trying to get out Shelton. Does that work? Score 2, DD. Trying to do it. Huh. I'll figure that out later. Alicia Kim up, the DH for the Skulls. 3-1 count. Full count to Alicia Kim. Fouls it over to the left, to the right side. Got to get my lefts and rights correctly. Full count. Another foul for Alicia Kim. And she blasted to center field. To the track. And it's gone. Home run for Alicia Kim. Finally puts up a run for the Skulls. It's 10-1 now. That ball was jacked. So if the Skulls have any chance of getting back, what they want to do is they want to take Fitzmagic out of the game, work up his pitch count, because the ball player's weakness is their bullpen. So, something to keep an eye on. Another fly ball to center field. Will that get out? Off the wall. Oh, and he stays at first. So close to back-to-back jacks. So the Skulls are showing some sign of offense here in the 5th inning. Foul to the right. Strike 3 for Fitzmagic. All right, Darius Green up with 1 out and a runner on first. Ball 1. Grounder through the right side. So that'll be a single. Got runners at first and second with only 1 out, and Jocinda Smith's up to bat. Called strike. Could this be a Bomber special? It will be. Runners going home. Play at the plate. Safe. So Skulls are showing some sign of life here in the 5th inning. It's 2-10 now. Inside. Ball 1. Grounder to the left side. 2-1 count now. Oh, that looks like it might be a double play, and it will be a double play. So the Skulls were able to put up 2 runs there. Might have had a chance at more, but I think at this point they'll take anything. Rick DeLastick is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. The first single being off the top of the wall. Nearly missed a homer there. Or should say nearly had a homer there. Just missed a home run. Thias Black. Low pitch. Hits it high and deep to left center. Settling under it is Kipshaw Jr. for the catch. Inside pitch to Terry Thunder. Singles up the middle. Kipshaw will throw it in. Runners at first. With 2 outs here. Toby Barker's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And 2 RBIs on that single. Ball strike on the outside, 2-2 count, and he hits it deep to left, but it's gonna go hook foul. And he hits it deep to center field. That ball is absolutely gone. Home run, Toby Barker. Good boy, Toby. 472 on that one. You saw that Archie had homered earlier. I don't think he homered today, but he homered earlier this week, so Toby had to match it. .472 on that homer for Barker. That is very impressive. Walk here to Tucker. Brings up Curly Shipwright. And Mickey Dillon Jr. is out. That was the long reliever for the Skulls. So, yeah, it's one of those games. Alonzo Plows pitching now. He's got great velocity, decent accuracy, and not a whole lot of junk. Fouled over to the right side and out of play. Ball high, full count. Runner will go. Strike 3 swinging. So a mojo decrease for Curly Shipwright, and he's the catcher. So that that's not good to have your catcher decrease their mojo. It screws up their fielding and their arm. Fitzmagic. He's up to 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, and 3 Ks. The majority of the Skulls are very old, so it's going to be interesting to see how the Skulls approach the rest of this game with their bullpen. But as I was saying, yeah, Fitzmagic's gone 5 innings, 2 earned runs, and a single up the middle. So the Skulls have something cooking again here in the 6th inning. Ooh, good stop by Homer Runs, and he will not be able to double up, but still, that's a great stop there. Possibly saves a run. Alicia Kim, geez, look at those ratings with being RBI man. Should be RBI woman. And she hits it deep to center field, back at the track. Will that get out? Oh, at the wall. But it will score a run, though. But nearly had her second home run of the game. The good news is that Fitzmagic is having his pitch count go up a little bit. She's hot, yeah. So yeah, if the Skulls have a chance here, they need to get Fitzmagic out of the game to get to their bullpen. Popped up to the right side. Rick Dilla sticks under it for the 3rd out. So the Skulls get 1. Nearly had a home run there. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order. Homer Runs again. 4 for 4. Home run double. 2 singles. And he hits it to the fence. Let's see if he gets on his horse. Will he go for 3? No, I don't think he's going to go for 3. If he hits it to the other gap, I think he has a shot, but he just couldn't get to 3rd from that hit. Close though, so 2 doubles. Homer Runs is 5 for 5. Unreal. Draws the walk there. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for Murph Kelly. Single and 2 walks so far today. Grounder to third. Could be 2, and it is 2. Singles machine. Rick Dilla sticks up. 1-1. Rounded to Jocinda Smith over to first for the out. So the Skulls, for the first time, do not allow a run. We go to the top of the 7th. Rounder to homer runs. Diving stop over to first for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 21.
Another chance for homer runs at second over to first for the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2.
Jocinda Smith in the gap. I believe she should be able to get to second easily. Let's see if she pushes it. Nope, she'll get to second. So double for Jocinda Smith. That's her second hit of the ball game.
Now batting, the first
For Carroll Henry, top of the order. And Fitzmagic, his ratings are down quite a bit, so they're going to get to him. They need to get to him here. Grounder, that'll score. Jocinda Smith. 4-12 now.
now batting,
Skulls slowly coming back into this game. Carroll Henry's a stealer. I wouldn't be surprised to see her take off here. If you recall Curly Shipwright, he's tense from his at bat earlier. That could play a part. Oh, and there you go. So you wonder if Curly Shipwright's fielding from being tense affected that pass ball, but it doesn't matter.
now batting,
There's a walk and runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Sydney Weber comes in. I believe she's a rookie. Buzz Yellow, he's got a big RBI chance here. Let's see if he comes through. 2-1. Or 1-2. Grounder to short. Over to first. Third out of the top of the 7th. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Black, Thunder, and Barker all due up.
now batting, the third baseman, number 27.
Rounder to short. Jocinda Smith over to first. She's made quite a few plays today.
Designated hitter, number 9.
Single through the middle.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6.
Up is Toby Barker. He hit that 470-foot home run earlier. Absolute moonshot. 2 for 3 on the day. He draws the walk here.
Now batting, the right
Nathan Tucker up with runners up first and second. Alonzo Plows is now up to 31 pitches. Excuse me. Inside 3-0 count. Popped up to the left side. Infield fly called. Jocinda Smith will catch it. 2 outs in the inning.
Now batting, the catcher.
Curly Shipwright 0 for 4. Intense. Grounder to the right side or left side. Jocinda Smith over to first. Plenty of time because Shipwright has absolutely no speed for the 3rd out. Skulls again hold the ball players to 0 runs in the frame. Kipshaw Jr. is up. He's 0 for 3 so far today. Grounder to short. Murph Kelly up over to first. Alicia Kim has had a pretty productive day. 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Had the home run, and then she singles to center. So she had the home run and the sac fly earlier, and now she singles. So she has had a pretty productive day so far. Oh, 2 count, and that looks like it should be 2. Kelly over to first. Double play. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Ball players leading the Skulls 12 to 4.
Now batting, the second base.
Now we have homer runs 5 for 5. We're looking for a triple here, and he won't get it. Jocinda Smith over to first, and that's his first out of the game. He's 5 for 6. Another person to watch for the cycle, Harry Shelton, tripled and 2 singles. 3-1 count to Shelton. Full count. Liner to Darius Green for the 2nd out.
Number 38.
Plows to Jocinda Smith over to first for the 3rd out. Top of the 9th we go. Skulls have a lot of work to do. Starting it off is Lawrence Longshanks. Oh, 2 count. Grounder to Rick DeLastick over to first. So that's the 1st out of the top of the 9th. Darius Green the 3rd, 1 for 3 today. He pops it up behind second base. Murph Kelly settles under it, makes the 2nd out. So it's all down to Jocinda Smith. Let's see if she can keep it going for the Skulls. Weber's locked in. One and 2 count. Grounder up the middle. I believe Kelly will make that play over to first, and yes, he does. So the ball players win 12 to 4 against the Skulls. 19 hits. 12 runs off 19 hits. The Skulls had 4 runs off 10 hits. So on the Skulls side, we had Carol Henry going 2 for 4. Alicia Kim, she was the offensive MVP, I believe, for the Skulls with the home run, the single, and the sac fly for them. Over to the ball players, I mean, just look at that. Homer runs 5 for 6. 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Harry Shelton had himself a game. 3 for 5. Rick DeLastick also went 3 for 5. Terry Thunder 3 for 4. And Toby Barker had that home run, that monster moonshot. He went 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. And this is where it gets ugly. Billy Glenn, 11 hits, 9 earned runs, 3 walks through 2 1/3 innings. And then Dylan came in. He didn't fare much better. He was better, but still not that great. Gave up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks through 2 1/3. Alonzo Plows actually did very decent. 3 innings pitched, no earned runs, So that's positive on the pitching side for the Skulls. Fitzmagic went 6 2/3, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, only gave up 2 walks, and then Sydney Weber came in and shut it down for the ball players. We'll go to game number 2 of part 2 of Super Saturday. Knights versus wrong fielders. So we'll see Miles Hurley versus Hank Murphy. We'll be right back.
Music is loud. I'd rather be no other place. Here with you now. Here with you now. Here with you now.
Chase the wind and touch the sky. A star's light shines on long after it dies. Oh, in the night, I live every day as if it's your last. All memories been bright like beacons of the past. Oh, in the night, now we race against the sun. Now we race against the Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the Race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Ooh.
All right, welcome back. We're on game 2, part 2 of Super Saturday week 1. We have the Knights at the Wildcats, or Wildcats, wrong fielders.
The center fielder, number 19.
Hank Murphy starting for the wrong fielders. 1-1 count to Levi Booth. And Hank Murphy has the specialist trait, so he'll be effective against any other righties he faces in the lineup. As you can see, Duke Town has his contact and power go down just a little bit because of that specialist trait. Stolen base for Levi Booth, I believe that was. Whiffer trait activated for Duke Town, and he goes down looking at that one. The Knights have a very high-powered offense, but Hank Murphy, being a specialist, can help mitigate some of that high-power offense from the Knights. Just outside, 3-0 count to Dave Sacred, and he walks him on 4 straight pitches. Not the worst thing with the runner on second already. Kenya Weist is up next. Rounds it through the left side of the infield. He's going home, and it's cut off the last second. I wonder if there was a play at the plate, but it was cut off just before it got to home. Questionable call there. Right fielder Ding Dong's up to bat. He's not affected by that specialist trait since he's a lefty. Liner to second. Curtis makes the out. Former Wildcat. Chaz Leathers up next. First baseman for the Knights. Grounder to third, over to first for the third out. So the wrong fielders give up 1 in the top of the first. Miles Hurley will be pitching for the Knights. Leroy McJenkins leading off for the wrong fielders. He watches it go by for strike 1. And liner to third, but Kenya Weist jumps up and makes the catch for the first out. Tutti Frutti lines to center, but right at Levi Booth. 2 very unfortunate hits for the wrong fielders. Grim Bullock up next. And he watches it go by for strike 3. So no runs to the wrong fielders despite having 2 hard hit balls. Andy Gibbon leading off for the Knights here in the top of the second. Fouls it back. Full count to Gibbon. And he's just watches that one go by for the third strike. Soft liner to Curtis for the second out. And Hank Murphy's working through this lineup pretty efficiently. High fly ball to center. And that will be caught for by Carl Scott for the third out. So no runs given up by the wrong fielders there. We go to the top or the bottom of the second. Bailey Curtis, former Wildcat, leading off. Miles Hurley's already locked in. Grounder to the right side, stopped, and over to first for Sacred, and he gets the out. Another Wildcat, former Wildcat, Chris Cloverfield's up to bat. Although he never made an appearance for the Wildcats. He was part of their Jungle Kings minor league team. He came over in the trade for Rick Porter. He's got some speed, and he does not beat it out. I thought he had a shot at that. Andrea Dartboard's up next. High pitch for ball 1. And that one finds the zone. 1-1. Ground to third. Kenya Weist over to first for the third out. Go to the top of the first. Booth, Town, and Sacred, top of the order for the Knights, due up next. Booth had that walk and then stole second in the first inning. And he lines it up the middle. So good start here for the Knights in the top of the third. Duke Town's up next. He was caught looking in his first appearance. And he lines it over the right side. And Levi Booth will take third on that. Dave Sacred's up next. He's got contact versus right, but then the specialist trait also kicks in for Hank Murphy, so it's a little interesting there. Back and forth. Grounder up the middle, that will score the run, and they only can get one on that grounder, so Duke Towns over to second base for Kenya Weist. O2 count to Kenya Weist. Ball outside. It's popped up to the pitcher. Hank Murphy will call it off and makes the catch for the second out. Ding Dong's up to the plate. One of the few, if not only, lefties in the lineup. I believe he might be the only lefty. Liner to right field. Cloverfield will fire it home. And he's out. Cloverfield with the outfield assist to keep it to a 2-0 game. Huge play from Cloverfield.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 11.
If I can edit the score here. I do not know how the double digits thing is not working for me on the first score, and it's deep to right. Ding Dong makes the catch at the wall.
The center fielder, number 49.
Liner up the middle for a single. I believe that's Carl Scott. Boomer Lasers. Lots of power for him. Batting ninth. Interesting call there. Two count to Boomer Lasers. Ground to the third, around the horn, and double play to end the inning. So the wrong fielders had a runner on first, but wasn't able to do anything with it. Oh, amazing play by Bullock.
The designated hitter, number 2.
Grounder up the middle for a single. Cannot get that double-digit score to work. I might just have to Why isn't it working? So it's just not working. I'll just have to use the not double digit version. Off of Hank Murphy. Over to first, and he's safe.
Now batting, the catcher, number 13.
Vinny Bates up, and runners double steal, and both runners are safe. So this is not a good situation for the wrong fielders. Vinny Bates up, can, oh well, he'll get a sac fly here, it looks like. Carl Scott with the catch, fires it to third to keep the runner from advancing, but it's 3-0 Knights over the wrong fielders.
Number 19.
Bullock over to first for the third out. So the Knights are up 3-0 on the wrong fielders through 4.5 innings. Or 3.5 innings, I believe. So, bottom of the fourth, Leroy McJenkins Jr. rounds it to first for the first out. Tutti Frutti's up next. Tutti Frutti's got plenty of power. Fair ball. That looked foul, but the wrong fielders will take it at this point. Duketown fires it in to the cutoff man.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 10.
Popped up to right field.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Second out. Baleen Curtis is up to bat now. 0 for 1. Lines it to second. Dave Sacred makes the diving stop over to first for the third out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 97.
Duketown will lead it off. He was acquired in a trade from the Serpents, I believe. He's got plenty of power. But he has that whiffer trait, and it's 2 strikes on him, and he strikes out. So there's that whiffer trait coming into play.
The second baseman,
I believe that's his second strikeout of the game. Pitch out, it looked like. And could this drop in? Yes, it will. Carl Scott does not want to slide to try to make that catch. Thought he had a shot at it.
baseman, number 20.
Strike on the slider. And another pop up to center field. Carl Scott should get under this one. And he will.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Ding dong
number
to
30.
bat next. Popped up to the catcher. Boomer Lasers settled under it and makes the catch. So no runs given up by the wrong fielders. In the top of the top of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth we go. Chris Cloverfield's up. He had that awesome outfield assist from left field earlier in the game. Grounder to first. Shaz Leathers steps on the bag for the first out. Andrea Dartboard's up next. She's 0 for 1 so far. Three 3-0 count to Dartboard. And she draws the walk. So a runner on first with one out here for the wrong fielders. Wood and Wayne is up next. Grounder through the right side of the infield. So now we got runners at first and second. One out. And that will bring up Carl Scott, the center fielder wearing catcher's gear in his picture. 3-0 count. 3-1 count to Carl Scott. Oh, and the bases are loaded for Boomer Lasers. Watch this. This is going to be very interesting. Number 19. 1-1 count to Boomer. Swings and misses 1-2. Lines it to left. It's gonna score 2. Runners chugging for third. He will be safe. Boomer Lasers comes through with a very clutch RBI double.
Number 7.
Knights are only up by 1 run now. And the wrong fielders can easily get another. And there's another run for the wrong fielders. Duketown will quickly get it in, but it's 3-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. Tutti Frutti's up now. They are definitely getting to Miles Hurley here in the 5th inning. Grounder to short, over to second, and then to first for the double play, so that kills the rally. But the wrong fielders are able to tie it up 3-3 with 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. By clutch hitting from Boomer Lasers. I was critical about having Boomer Lasers in that 9th spot, but he was perfectly situated for that RBI opportunity. And that will be in the gap. So Shaz Leathers will be digging for second here, and he'll get in there for a double to lead off the top of the 6th for the Knights.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 2.
Andy Gibbon is 1 for 2 on the day. Two strikes on Gibbon. Ooh, very close. Strike 3 called. Hank Murphy strikes him out. Now it's up to Rock back. He grounds it to short. Ooh, I thought they had a play for Shaz Leathers. Balin Curtis might have been able to tag him out or throw him out at second. Shaz Leathers was stuck in no man's land out there, but they opted to get the out at first base. So it's 2 outs with a runner on second now. And Vinny Bates strikes 3 swinging. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied 3-3. The wrong fielders have 3, 4, 5 up.
The first baseman, number
It's getting interesting, folks. Obviously, a lot closer game than the previous game, the Skulls versus Ball Players. I don't think a lot of people were expecting this to be a close game. Over to first, Shaz Leather steps on the bag.
now batting, the shortstop, number 44.
Foul to the right side. Grounder to Shaz Leathers again. There's been a lot of those this game.
Now batting,
Chris Cloverfield's up 0 for 2, but he saved a run earlier in the game with the outfield assist from left field. Two-two count. Swing and a miss. Chris Cloverfield goes down. So no runs from the Knights or the Wrongfielders in the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. 1, 2, 3 due up for the Knights. Levi Booth's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Hank Murphy's up to 84 pitches. He's been very effective so far in trying to mitigate these bats. McJenkins Jr. over to first, out. Great play by McJenkins to get out Levi Booth. Levi Booth has a lot of speed too, so to dive, get up, and throw it over to first, very impressive. 3-0 count to Duke Town, and he loses him on 4 straight balls. Dave Sacred's up next. And it's hit deep to center field. Will Carl Scott get there? He does with the running catch. Big out there for Carl Scott to get that one. Most likely saves a run there. Hank Murphy's up to 92 pitches. And it's a liner to center, and Carl Scott will make that catch. So we're through 6.5 innings. Knights failed to put up a run there, so now we're in the bottom of the 7th. Andrea Dartboard up. Two and 1 count. Fly ball to right field, and it goes foul. Full count to Dartboard. Fouls it off to the right side. And she'll draw a walk. Good start here for the Wrongfielders.
Now batting the right. Now pitching number 28.
Noel Newman coming in for Miles Hurley. Fly ball to the right. It goes foul. Inside slider. Line drive to right field. Runners at first and second now. Nobody out. Wrongfielders are threatening here.
Center fielder number 49.
Pressure is up. Carl Scott had that nice running catch. Ooh, he shows bunt. Pops it up, but it goes out of play. Rounder to first. Shaz Leathers to second. Back to first for the double play. Big outs for the Knights.
Catcher number 19.
Now we got Boomer Lasers who had the clutch 2-run double. Let's see if he can come through here. Pops it up to center field. And Booth will make the final out of the bottom for the 7th inning. So we go to the top of the 8th. We have 5, 6, 7 up due up for the Knights. Ding Dong started off. Hank Murphy's still working. His velocity's in the red. And now his accuracy is. This might be his last batter. And it's a single for Ding Dong. So I would not be surprised here if Hank Murphy comes out.
Now batting the first baseman.
And he does. Kendra Cook will now come in. Ooh, boy. And it's hit to short. Over to first. Double play. So with one pitch, Kendra Cook gets 2 outs. Very nice. Very efficient. Fly ball to center. Carl Scott runs and makes the catch for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 8th now. Got the top of the order due up. Leroy McJenkins will lead off.
Number 7.
Ball one. And it's lined into the gap. That should be extra bases for McJenkins Jr. He'll slide into second. And he's injured. We have an injury here. We have an injury. What could it be? What could it be? Well, I didn't see it. Oh, pulled hammy for Leroy McJenkins Jr. Can somebody take note of that? Pulled hammy, Leroy McJenkins. Oh, and oh my gosh! What in the world? He didn't tag him out in between the bags. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is getting crazy. Baleen Curtis up now with a runner on second. Let's see if the former Wildcat can come through. And no, she's out. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that play at shortstop. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Knights here in the 9th inning. So this is going to have a very interesting ending. Taco Burns now at second base, replacing McJenkins Jr. I wonder how Taco Burns is doing. I remember he used to be a beast. Does anyone know what the, okay. I was wondering what pulled hammy is in terms of the severity. Oh gosh, here we go. Deep fly ball to right center field. That's gonna get out of here. The Knights go up 5-3 here in the 9th inning. And you knew that they were gonna strike because Kendrick Cook's ratings just aren't that pretty. Levi Booth up now.
Number 19.
3-1 count to Booth. Full count now to Booth. And he grounds it over to Baleen Curtis over to first for the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 97.
Do the wrong fielders have a better relief pitcher than Kendrick Cook? I mean, come on. 3-1 count to Boot or to Duke Town. Loses him. Oy.
Batting, the second baseman, number 21.
Dave Sacred up. 1 for 3. And he hits it to right center field. Back to the track. Off the wall. I thought Carl Scott might have caught that, maybe. Oh, and they're going for third. Safe.
Now batting, the third baseman, now pitching,
Oh my goodness.
54.
Oh my god. What is that? You might as well have a Ryzen pitching, my goodness. 2 out. Oh, almost doubles him up.
The right fielder, number 33.
Literally, a Ryzen pitcher would be better than this, than Venus Shipley. Oh my gosh. Lefty on lefty matchup though. Let's see if she gets him. 3-1 count. Full count. Runner up first will take off. And it's hit to center, and Carl Scott should be able to catch that, and he does. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Knights put up 2 runs to take the lead. So we'll see if the wrong fielders can strike back here. This is their final chance. They must at least get 2. Strike 3 against Chris Cloverfield, and he has a mojo decrease, so that means he's tense. Andrea Dartboard. She's drawn 2 walks today. 3 walks for Andrea Dartboard. Get on base, that's all you gotta do. So now we'll see Wodan Wayne 2 for 3 with 2 singles. We're in one swing territory. He hits a fly ball to center. That's not going anywhere. Underneath it is Booth for the second out. Is it time for... No, it's not. Okay, Carl Scott, then Boomer Lasers. Carl Scott just has to find a way to get on base for Boomer Lasers. And he won't. Black over to first for the third out, and the Knights win 5-3. So 5-3. Let me write that down. So Vinny Bates had the home run, the 3 RBIs, so he had the big game. Look for him to get player of the game. Then on the wrong fielder side, we had Wodan Wayne go 2 for 4. Leroy McJenkins with a pulled hammy, he went 2 for 4, which was unfortunate. He was sliding in a second, and I believe that's when he pulled his hammy. Boomer Lasers with the clutch RBI double to get the game close, bring it to 2-3. And this is pitching. Hurley went 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 hits. And Newman came in, shut the door on the wrong fielders. 2 hits, no earned runs. Hank Murphy pitched very well considering he was pitching against the Knights. 7 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Good numbers for him. Kendrick Cook got the loss with the home run that was given up in the 9th. And then Venus Shipley came in, and despite her very low ratings, she didn't allow any runs after that, so, or hits. So this is what I forgot to do last game. Player of the game, Vinny Bates with the clutch home run in the 9th inning. He'll get the player of the game honors. Hank Murphy for his effort pitching against the Knights, he'll get 2nd place. And then Boomer Lasers, he had that clutch 2 RBI double earlier in the game, so he'll be 3rd place. So we'll be right back for game 3. Cyclones versus Serpents, Lancaster versus Overly at Big Sky Park. So be sure to tune in for that game.
But I just gotta know one thing. Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
your eyes, seek paradise, won't change your mind, can't shape the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. I want it all, just for the night. I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't chain me down, I feel so alive. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turned me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light.
Alrighty, game 3, part 2 of Super Saturday Week 1. Got the Cyclones at the Serpents at Big Sky Park. Stitch Overly on the mound for the Serpents. Grounder up the middle. Leon Morrison over to first for out number 1. Timber Woods up to the bat. Shortstop for the Cyclones. Another grounder for Leon Morrison over to first. Out number 2 in the top of the first here. Knights wrong fielders. Knights had 5. Yeah, wrong fielders had 3. Let me edit that. And I couldn't get the double digits to work for the ball player score. It was just, I don't know, it just wouldn't work. Score 3. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh, I missed it. 5. And then 3. Fly ball to left field. I believe that's Angelo or Hugh George. Hugh George. Jabron Lames makes the catch for the second out. Pizza batting third. He's a monster. He's S tier? I didn't notice. Unfortunately, he pops out for the third out. Go to the second inning. Jabron Lames. Lots of power in Jabron Lames. Soft liner to third. Elderberry over to first. Out number 1. Mitchell O'Brien, right field. Yeah, these are some new players. Large, huge, over to first for the second out. Jet County. When you look at Jet County's ratings, he just looks like a maxed out player. It's just, like, is he? I don't know. I gotta look it up. See, players like Jet County is why I want to be careful with these expansion teams. Strike 3. Overly gets him. We go to the bottom of the second. Walker, Briggs, and Olsen do up for the Serpents.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 77.
Walker lines it to right. O'Brien makes the catch.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 12.
New acquisition, Jerry Briggs, grounds it to second. Bat Hugh to Doug Kelly for the second out.
The shortstop, number 7.
Wow. I thought Lancaster was going to get out with a 3-pitch inning, but he didn't. Ooh, safe. That was some aggressive base running there.
The second baseman, number 17.
I thought that was a single, and I didn't even know he was going for second until I saw that throw in coming in. Doug Kelly over to first for the out. Still scoreless through 2 innings. Top of the third coming up with 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Cyclones.
The second baseman, number 66.
Stitch Overly's locked in. That'll drop in for a single.
Now batting, the catcher, number 10.
Ex-Wildcat Jerome Diligence. Up to the bat. It's got brown cleats and brown batting gloves. I wonder what the backstory is there. Ball 2 strikes. Strikes 3 swinging for Diligence. Also ex-Wildcat, Hugh George. Breaks his bat and it's going to drop in. Runner going to third and he's going to be safe. Runner is at the corners with 1 out for Timber Woods.
Number 7.
Runner going. Single up the middle. That'll bring in a run. 1-0 Cyclones.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 20.
Okay, so Sebastian Angelo was listed as left fielder on the card, but he's actually the DH. That makes sense. Pickoff move is second. 1 and 2 count to Angelo. Fouls it off. Another foul. Another foul. Barely foul. And he bloops 1 to right. Cox will get there. Fires to third to keep the runner from advancing. 2 runs in the inning, or 2 outs in the inning now. Doug Kelly, another. Look at this. Look at his ratings. I mean, good lord. Blasts it to left, and it's gone. 3-run home run for Doug Kelly. And that'll make the score 4-0 Cyclones.
Now batting,
That's probably as low of a line drive you can hit to get a home run out of Big Sky Park. Through the infield, Briggs cuts it off for a single.
now batting, the right fielder, number 64.
Walks the batter. Runners at first and second for Jet County, the other maxed out player. So you got Doug Kelly and Jet County. is maxed out. Basically maxed out. And he grounds it to third. Elderberry, he bobbles the ball and he won't be able to get out County. He couldn't pick it cleanly. And that will cost him. Or it doesn't, actually. Yeti Olson gets the third out. So 4 runs given up there in the top of the third. Mainly coming from that 3-run home run from Doug Kelly. We go to the bottom of the third. Ron Cox to lead it off. And he hits it down the right field line. It kicks up. And I don't know who's fielding out. I think it was Mitchell. Is that Mitchell O'Brien? Fields it perfectly off the bounce. He kind of like did like a wall ride like in Tony Hawk. Elderberry grounds it to short. Over to Kelly at first for the first out. Runner still at second. Let's see if Carmel Apple can drive him in. Pops it up. And Lancaster appears to be locked in now. Facing Big McLarge here in the third inning. He's only at 19 pitches. 3-1 count to McLarge. And he blasts it to left field. And that's way out of here. 4-2 now, as Big McLarge gets them closer to the Cyclones. And safe to say Lancaster is no longer locked in after giving up that bomb. With some opposite field power from McLarge. And Doug Kelly with the diving stop to make the out. But Big McLarge gets them on the board with the 2-run jack. So it's 4-2 now. Cyclones over the Serpents. Diligence hits it to short, over to first. Sub 20 fielding on Kelly. Yeah, that's... Wonder if his speed carries him, because I'm pretty sure has a lot of speed over there at first. I think speed helps with those dives. Leon Morrison catches it for the second out. Leon Morrison fields it, throws it to first to Walker for the third out. No runs given up there by the Serpents, and they'll go to the bottom of the second. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Serpents.
The first baseman, number 77.
I thought I read somewhere that speed and fielding play a part in dives, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Wait, doesn't Leon have... He's pretty fast, right? I think Elderberry's like 79, so yeah. I think it's a mix of... I could be wrong, but I think it's a mix of fielding and speed. Because I know, like on my team, Rustin Baldwin, he's got very high fielding but no speed, and he can't really dive very far. So I think it's got to be a mix. So if you have high speed and fielding, I think you're going to dive far. And I also think it helps with robbing home runs or jumping up to make catches. Pitch out to Morrison. And oh, Fat Hugh makes the catch. Robbed. 3-4-5 due up for the Cyclones. Doug Kelly hit the 3-run home run earlier into that first row of seats, and then Overly backs him off the plate. Hugh is friends with your what do you mean by old friends for Fat Hugh? Ah. Grounder to second. Morrison to Olsen to Walker. Double play. So Serpents give up no runs in the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Ron Cox leading off. Outside pitch. And that one's hit deep to left center. And it's caught on the track by Jabron Lames. Graham Selderberry, ninth hitter, pops it up to short. Out number 2. Liner to second, and Fat Hugh makes the catch. So no runs for the Serpents there in the bottom of the fifth. We go to the top of the sixth. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Cyclones. Mitchell O'Brien's up first. 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounder up the middle. Single for O'Brien. Jet County is 0 for 2. And he grounds it to short, to first, to second to first, and he's safe. Too much speed from Jet County. And watch for him to steal. He's got maxed out speed. And there he goes. Big cannot get him. And injury. Sprained foot. Sprained foot for Jet County. He remains in the game. So I guess he won't be missing any time. Oh, no. There is a player coming in for him, Juan Mini. So we have an injury. Juan Mini comes in. I don't know if sprained foot means is injury, or they missed time for that. I don't. I'm not an injury expert for SSBO. Big McLarge had that huge home run earlier in the game. And liner down the left field line. That should get... He will go for 2. And he's safe. Leadoff double for Big McLarge huge here in the 6th inning. Let's see if Pete Zott can keep it going. Oh, pickoff move, and ooh, stay. Don't. I wouldn't do that. Full count to Za. And he walks him. All right, we got two runners on first and second. Nobody out. Alfred Walker, newly acquired Alfred Walker for the Serpents. And he's quite the power hitter. And he lines it up the middle. Big McLarge Hughes was holding on that, so he won't score. But we have bases loaded for Jerry Briggs. Nobody out. Pressure is up. Oh, and that ball gets away. Big McLarge Hughes is going to score. It's 4-3 now. 3-0 count, and he lost him, so he's back to a bases loaded situation. For Yeti Olson, bases loaded, and Lancaster will come out. Sims will come in. Grounder to first, to second, back to first. Double play, but the game is tied 4-4. Morrison pops it up behind second base. In fact, he will make the catch, but the game is now tied because the Serpents were able to get 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th there. So we go to the top of the 7th, tied 4-4. Hugh George leading off. Cyclones did manage to get out of that easily. Hugh George with a single. Ron Cox throws it in. Yeah, Cyclones could have had a lot more damage against them in that last half inning. Caleb Halford will come in to pinch hit. Grounder to second. Yeti Olson over to first. Double play. So the pinch hitter proves to be worthless. Doug Day comes in into relief. What have you missed? You missed I guess the first 2 games. Skulls lost, or I should say Ball Players beat the Skulls 12-4 first game of the part 2, and the Knights beat the Wrongfielders 5-3 in game 2, and now we're in game 3 and it's tied 4-4. Doug Kelly's up. He hit the big home run earlier in the game. And it's Doug Day draws another walk. So runners at first and second. Pressure's up for Doug Day. Let's see if he can get out of this inning here. High pitch, 1-2. Fair ball up the right field line. Ron Cox throws it in, but the run has scored. It's 5-4.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 64.
You know, Walker failing to dive for that did cost them a run there. Briggs settles under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out, but the Cyclones managed to get 1 run to take the lead off of that line drive grounder up the right field line. Daydream Fever entering in at shortstop. Is she out of position though? Her fielding bar is very low. I wonder if it's just because it's her secondary. I don't know. Ron Cox will be safe on a ball in the hole. Infield single for Ron Cox. Gramps Elderberry is tense. I believe that's because he was 0 for 2 and he dropped that ball earlier in the game. Oh, perfect hit and run for Ron Cox. He's going to third, and he will be safe. That was closer than I expected. I thought Cox would be able to get in there pretty easily because he was stealing. But it was hit right to Mitchell O'Brien so he can make that play. Runner going, and Elderberry will be out at second for the first out. I believe that's an okay play. Not too risky. You have a runner at third. You have nobody out. And a squeeze attempt. Foul. What is going on? Why would you do that? With 2 strikes? Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Has that ever happened before in this game where someone tried to bunt with 2 strikes and fouled? No outs, runner at third, and you try to bunt. No, he had one. There was one out. There was one out. Okay, several times each season. Okay. That has got to be the most frustrating thing to watch. You have one out, because it was one out, 2 strikes, and you go for a bunt. If you put the ball in play, for the most part, that should score the run, unless it's a pop-up. You're right. There was, yeah, Gramps was the first out. Yeah. Fly ball to left field. Caramel Apple's under it. But Elderberry stealing second was not a bad call because he's got decent speed, and the arm at catcher was Diligence. I don't think he's got that great of an arm, and he's tense, so there's no reason that Elderberry should have been out. That was an okay call. That's the third out. 5-4 Cyclones. 3-4-5 heart of the order due up for the Serpents. Gotta fire Apple after this game. That was her, right? Apple, Caramel Apple. Yeah. Ball 4. Pizza gets on.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 77.
Pizza is stealing safe. The big man can move. And Pizza read that perfectly. He's going to score. There was a little bit of a hesitation there, and he read it that it was going to drop in, so he took off, and he was able to score on that play. So it's tied 5-5. And that ball's hit down the right field line. Runners at second and third now.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7.
Yeti Olsen up. Pressure is up all the way. Nobody out. No bunts. We don't want to see bunts. No bunts. Don't do it. Don't do a squeeze. Pop up. And Doug Kelly will get there. Leon Morrison up. He won't have a slam opportunity, unfortunately. Only 2 runners on. But nice single gets the lead. And bases loaded for Ron Cox. Will he attempt to squeeze? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, he's doing the squeeze. It works. It works. It works. They did it. The squeeze worked. I was joking. And Gramps Elderberry strikes out swinging. But the Serpents are able to get the lead with 2 runs in that last frame. Now it's up to Doug Day to try to close it out. Hugh George will be the leadoff hitter here in the 9th inning for the Cyclones. Full count. And single up the middle for Hugh George. He's got some speed, but I don't think he's going to be a threat to steal because of Big McLarge Huge arm. Big McLarge Huge's arm. Daydream Fever. Rips it down the line, but foul. Dean's calling for Doug Day to be yanked. He gets a pop-up, though. Leon Morrison gets under it. And there he goes. Tough Beifong. Beifong? Will now come in. Oh, Elderberry makes the jumping catch there. He redeems himself from his earlier error. But Doug Kelly comes in locked in. Look at his freaking ratings. My God. Oh my God. This is not fair. Just walk him. Just walk him. Full count. Runner will go. Foul ball. Foul again. Pressure's up. And Yeti Olsen fields it over to first, and that will be it. The Cyclones managed to come back at the very end and win the game. I believe the score was, yes, 6-5. Cyclones were able to get 10 hits, 5 runs. Serpents had less hits, but was able to get that to get 6 runs. Very close game. Hugh George 3 for 5 for the Cyclones. Doug Kelly went 1 for 3, but had that 3-run home run, which put them out ahead early. And any other notable players? Jabron Lames went 2 for 4. On the Serpents end, Big McLarge Hughes went 2 for 4 with the home run. Pete Zaw, he went over 2 but got 2 walks, and I think he scored a couple times. Alfred Walker, 2 for 4. Ron Cox, 2 for 3. Pitching wise, Lancaster went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and a homer. That was to Big McLarge Huge. Sims went 2 1/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. Rachel Kim came in, pitched 2/3 of an inning, and got 1 strikeout. Overly went 6 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 4 earned runs. Doug Day gets the win. 1 2/3 inning, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and Beifong came in at the end to shut the door. So, player of the game, Doug Kelly, with a 3-run home run. Okay, I mean, I guess, even though they lost. Big McLarge, huge, 2 for 4. The home run, the double, and the 2 RBIs. I believe he should be player of the game, but whatever. Ron Cox went 2 for 3. Double, RBI, and a run. So he'll get 3rd place on player of the game. So coming up next, we have the Moonshots at the Gauchos at Big Sky Park again. We'll come back, and it'll be Shuttlesworth versus Gigi Nori. So take a break here quickly, but we'll have a game 4 up in just a couple minutes. So be back for that.
I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind.
Welcome to Game 4, Part 2 of Super Saturday, Week 1. We have the Gauchos at the Moonshots here at Big Sky Park.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 3.
Miranda Biscuit pops it up to right field. And that's Maddie Musgroves making the catch for out number 1. Need to edit the scores.
That's inside.
5,
Ball low,
6.
low. Strike. Take your base.
Jesus Shuttlesworth making the start today
Now batting,
for the Moonshots.
baseman, number 2. Off the plate. Strike. No.
2-1 count and pops it up. Nico Baca making the catch. Dalinar Colin up. The runner on first and 2 outs here in the bottom or the top of the first. Swings through that one. 0-2 count. Colin. Check swing. 1 and 2. 2 and 2 count. Pops it up. And in play for Nico Baca. Will make the 3rd out. No runs, no hits for the Gauchos in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first for the Moonshots. Nick Hugh leading off. Gigi No-Ri on the mound for the Gauchos. Pops it up behind second base. And that will be Sopapia Billups making the catch. Right fielder Maddie Musgroves up second. Pops it up towards third. Looks like it stays in, and Athena Hex will make the catch for the 2nd out. Kodiak Destroyer batting third here in the bottom of the first. Grounds it over to short. Phillips up with it to first for the 3rd out. Scoreless first inning. We go to the top of the 2nd. Phillips will lead it off. Lefty. 2-0 count. 2-1 count. Strike 3 swinging for Billups as Shuttlesworth gets her for the 1st out at the top of the 2nd. Theo Thunder grounds it to first. Wreck Dreams will step on the bag for the 2nd out. Noah Walker up 3rd in this inning. Rounds it to short. Bo Jackson throws it over to first for the 3rd out. And this game is going by pretty quickly. We're through 1.5 and 3 frames, I guess. No earned runs. No hits from either team. Foul it over to the right. Strike 3 looking of Wreck Dreams. No-Ri gets him. Bo Jackson will bat next. He's already in S tier. My goodness. I was not aware of that. Check swing. I think he might end up being the #1 player from the draft. Unless you count Mabel Sparks. Maybe position player wise, he's the #1 player from the draft. Neon Dion makes the catch in center. for the second out of the second inning. 3-0 count to Earl Crump, and he draws the walk on 4 pitches.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 20.
DH French Pastries up to bat.
That's down.
1-1 count. Little soft liner to Billups for the third out. We go to the top of the third. 8-9-1 due up for the Gauchos.
Now batting, the second baseman, number
Kazuto Yoshida, second baseman, lead it off. Batting from the left side. Swings through that one. 1-2 count. Strike 3 called. Shuttlesworth gets him. And he's locked in now. Neon Dion, who batting second here in the frame. And he's going to bloop this one into right. And he's going to go for 2. And he'll be in there for it with a double. That is the first hit of the game from either side. Miranda Biscuit singles up the middle, and Neon Dion will score. 1-0 Gauchos.
now batting, the designated hitter, number 26.
Samir Tailwind up next. Watches that one in there. 2 strikes. 1-2 count.
That's down.
Runners going, and that'll avoid the double play as Rec Dream steps on the bag for the second out.
Baseman, number 2. That's low.
Dina Hex is batting third here in the lineup.
Take your base.
And she's walked on 4 straight balls.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 40.
Olin batting fourth will be up next. And he lines it up the middle. Runners going home, and we'll be safe. 2-0 now, Gauchos, as Billups comes up to the plate. The Gauchos are getting to the moonshots early in this one. Out in front of that one, it's 1-2. And strike 3 swinging, breaks the bat. But the Gauchos strike for 2 in the third inning. So we go to the bottom of the third, 8-9-1 due up for the moonshots.
The catcher, number 16.
Gigi No Reed's locked in.
No, that's low. Strike.
Strike 3 swinging.
Now back, the center fielder, number 11.
28 pitches through 2 1/3. Fairly efficient. That ball's popped up to the right and out of play. Left center field. Neon Dion makes the catch. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 3. Ball high.
Leadoff hitter Nick Hughes up next. 3-0. Oh, this number spoke too soon. 2-1 count.
Nope, high.
3-1 count. Full count. Strike 3. Caught looking. Nick Hughes goes down as Gigi Nori continues to shut out the moonshots. We go to the top of the fourth. Theo Thunder leading off the inning for the Gauchos. Rounds it to second. Earl Crump over to first for the out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 24.
Noah Walker batting seventh will be next. Watches 2 pitches go by. It's 0-2. Rounds it to second. Crump over to Wreck Dreams again. Out number 2. Kazuto Yoshida batting eighth. Be the next batter. Shuttlesworth throws him a ball. 1-1 count now. Lines it to short, but Bo Jackson's there. 2-3-4 due up for the Moonshots in the bottom of the fourth. This game's moving by pretty quickly. Gigi No Ree's locked in. That's 38 pitches through 3 innings. No. 3-1 count. Full count now. Rings up. And that's another strikeout for Gigi No Ree. 4 Ks so far in the 4th inning. Very impressive work so far. Noah Walker with the catch there. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th now. Wreck Dreams up. He's 0 for 1 so far. Fouls it over to the right side. 2-2 count. Lines it to center, but Neon Dion is right there for the catch. We go to the top of the 5th. Gauchos will have 9, 1, and 2 due up.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 5.
Neon Dion hits another single up the middle. He's got a lot of speed there at first. Always a threat to steal. There he goes, and it's fouled. And he goes again, and it's popped up, so he'll return back to the bag. First out at the top of the 5th. Samir Tailwind up next.
Number 26.
Plenty of contact and speed for Samir Tailwind. And some pop, too. Pickoff move again at first. Shuttlesworth is worried about Neon Dion at first. Full count. Manages to get that one in 3-1. Full count now. The Tailwind. And he grounds it to short. Over to second, over to first, and he's safe. Dina Hex is up next. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Tailwind's got speed up first, so he might steal. Grounder to second, Crump to Wreck Dreams, and that's the 3rd out in the 5th inning for the Gauchos. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Moonshots have 5, 6, and 7 up. Leading off is Bo Jackson. He pops it over to left, and Miranda Biscuit will make the catch.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 7.
And that's the first hit of the game for the Moonshots. Comes here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. No Ree went 4 in the 3rd, giving up no hits. French Pastry is up. No Ree's got a 3-1 count on Pastry. Full count now. And loses him. So runners at first and second now with 1 out for Nico Baca. High pitch there for ball 1. Lines it to right, but foul.
That's inside.
2-2 count. Lines it to left, but foul. Full count. Strike 3 swinging. And that's the 5th strikeout for No Re here in the 5th inning. Grounder to second, Yoshida to first, out number 3. So No Re gives up a hit, but continues to just mow down the moonshot hitters. Colin will lead it off in the 6th inning. Ahead of that one. 1 strike, 1-1 count. 3-1 count. And he loses him. Runner at first, nobody out for Billups. Whoa, way out in front of that one. Pops it up. Out of play. Strike 3 called. That looked high and outside, but he gets the call there. He strikes out Billups. And that one's hit high and deep to right field. Does that have enough to get out? It's off the top of the wall. Runner at first and second. He's only able to get a single out of that. That nearly was a home run. Popped up to shortstop. Bo Jackson calls it, but it's an infield fly anyway. 2 outs in the inning. Ball 1 to Kazuto. Three 3-0 to Kazuto. And he draws a walk. And that will boost his mojo back up. I believe he should be neutral now. Shuttlesworth exits the game in favor of Sawamura. Bo Jackson dives, makes the stop, and throws it to first, but it's too late. Bases are loaded for Miranda Biscuit with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Gauchos really have a chance here to open it up. Grounds it to left, but foul. And strike 3 called. So the Moonshots are able to escape out of that situation with no run, or was it 1 or no runs? Anyway, No Re still on the mound. Into her 6th inning of work. Starts the batter off with 3 balls. And she walks Nick Hugh. So Nick's on first. Nobody out for Matty Musgroves. Two count. And loses him too. So back-to-back walks to start the 6th inning for No Re. As she finds herself in trouble here in the 6th inning. Pickoff move to second, safe. No Reese still locked in. Grounder to second to second to first, double play. So just like that, there's 2 outs now in the inning with Wreck Dreams, and Nori will exit the game. So she's still responsible for that runner at third. And Jebediah Octagon, rookie, will now come in to face Wreck Dreams. Grounder to short. Billups up with it over to first for the 3rd out. So the Gauchos continue to shut out the Moonshots through 6 innings. And the Gauchos will have 2, 3, and 4 due up, with Samir Tailwind leading off. Bojack soon over to first. He's so quick. Out number 1. This ball is popped up to right field. Maddie Musgrove settles under it, makes the catch for out number 2. Grounds it to second over to first for the 3rd out. That was Colin doing that. Moonshots 5, 6, 7 due up next. Bo Jackson will lead off. And he grounds it through the infield for a single. Earl Crump will bat next with a runner on first. Bo Jackson will probably steal here. Oh, well, he doesn't have to steal. He'll gladly take second base on the pass ball. Two and one count. Runner going to third. Oh, and he overthrows it, and Bo Jackson will score easily on the errant throw by the catcher. Strike 3 called. Crump goes down. And Bo Jackson he just manufactured that run all by himself pretty much. French pastry due up next. Pops it up towards the dugout and out of play. Pops it up to catcher. And Walker will make the catch. He's got almost no fielding. Yeah, that makes sense why Steele was drafted now. He'll fill in nicely there. Juice Armstrong batting next with a runner on first and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And there's a pitch out. I don't understand that. And there's the runner now. Will he get him? Safe. Oh no. That ball's going to get down. Neon Dion will field it, but the runner will score. 3-2 now in the bottom of the 7th. Moonshots are cutting into that lead little by little. Nick Hugh up next. They keep pitching out here. 2-1 count to Hugh. And he steals. They'll never catch him. Oh, and they walk him. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. High strike called on Matty Musgroves, and a double steal attempt, and just a wide open gap on the left side of the infield, and the runner will easily score. 3-3 now. Kodiak Destroyer up now. Oh no. And the low fielding catcher continues to plague the Gauchos here in the 7th inning. Grounder to third, Athena Hex to first for the 3rd out, but the moonshots strike for 3, largely due to the errors caused by the catcher. Phillips will start off the inning for the... Oh, never mind. Cuz Peterson will come in to pinch hit for Billups to start off the top of the 8th. 2-0 count. 2-2 count. And he will single through the right side. So leadoff base runner here for the Gauchos in the top of the 8th. Theo Thunder batting next. Pressure's all the way up. Liner to center. And Armstrong will get it in quickly. So now you have runners at first and second, nobody out. For Noah Walker, who struggled all game at catcher, and he will be replaced by Hemming Loncheros. Not sure who you put at catcher at this point. If you're the Gauchos. Oh, and it's a soft liner to second and a double play. So just like that, there's now 2 outs in the inning with a runner at third for Kazuto Yoshida. Two no count. Ball 4. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs, but Neon Dion is locked in with being 3 for 3, so he has a chance to really help his team out here with the high pressure situation. Runner was going. 2-2 count. Oh, they pick him off. That is awful. Terrible, terrible, terrible base running. I don't even know why you steal there. There's no reason for it. You have Neon Dion, who's locked in a high pressure situation. He's not going to be in a high pressure situation like that next inning. Man. Anyway, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Peterson now at catcher. Full count to Wreck Dreams. He almost commits, but he's able to check his swing. So he draws the walk to lead off the inning. Bo Jackson will bat with a runner on first. And he goes. Peterson's not able to get him. RBI man's now activated for Bo Jackson. Pickoff attempt at second, he's safe. Bo Jackson with the RBI man activated, pops it up. Oh, that's not good. 1 out. With the RBI man activated, I for sure thought he was gonna at least hit a line drive somewhere. Bart Sims continued to working through the 8th inning, pitching to Earl Crump. Crump's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. 3-1 count. That one gets in there. Full count. Pickoff attempt at second, safe. Grounder through the left side. Athena Hex gets him at first. What a play by Hex. Pastry's up with 2 outs and a runner at third. They're pitching out to him. They might just walk him. Yes, they will. They will just walk him. So that allows for a force at first and second. Nico Baca will be up next. Less of a threat. Oh, and she hits it to center field. That ball's off the wall. Runners at third coming home. Could that score 2? It will score 2. 5-3 Moonshots. And a clutch hit by Nico Baca. They walked French Pastry right before, and she thought that was disrespectful, so she comes through and hits a ball to the fence. Clutch 2-out double for her. Single through the right side. Will that score the run? They're going home, and it will score. 6-3 now. Moonshots ahead of the Gauchos. Poodle Starfire now in Poodle Starfire now in the game. Yeah, for whatever reason, they're not bringing in Jake Carter. I saw that first game against the Lumberjacks. They brought him in too late. Full count now. And they lose. Starfire loses him. Maddie Musgrove's up next. Athena Hex fields it cleanly over to first for the 3rd out. So the Moonshots strike for 3, take a 6-3 lead. Now Neon Dion is up, and as you can see, the pressure is way down now, so he will not have the ratings boost like he did last inning. 2-2 count to Dion. Swing and a miss, and he will be back to neutral after striking out. That's one Wolf Gamer. That's one thing I wish we had. I wish we had tracking of stamina and injuries automatically. It would be nice. Ooh, and it's a fly ball to center field. That way there would be some way to where, you know, the same relief pitchers wouldn't be trotted out every game. Maybe SMB4. Bo Jackson over to first for the 3rd out, and that's the ball game. Moonshots win 6-3. The Gauchos had 8 hits but only manufactured 3 runs, while the Moonshots only had 6 hits and got 6 runs out of it. And that was with No Re throwing a no-hitter through 5 innings, I believe. 4 or 5 innings. So, but I think the Moonshots were able to draw a lot of walks, and that helped generate some runs. So, offensively, who had the big game? Theo Thunder went 2 for 4. Guess Bo Jackson had that play where he stole third, catcher overthrew. Baca had the big hit at the very end, and then scored on the single. So she might be player of the game. Nico Baca might be player of the game. And then Neon Dion definitely would be up there, being 3 for 4. So pitching wise, let's see. Gigi Nori went 5 2/3, only gave up 1 hit. Had 4 walks though, and that's why she was yanked. And then had the 5 strikeouts. Octagon went 1 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout. Bart Sims went 2/3 of an inning and gave up 3 runs. That was that caused him to get the loss. And Poodle Starfire only pitched 1/3 of an inning and gave up a walk. Shuttlesworth went 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and Sawamura came in and really pretty much shut the door on the Gauchos. 3 1/3, 3 hits and no earned runs, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. So player of the game will be Nico Baca, and that's kind of who I expected. I think Neon Dion or Gigi Nori was in the conversation until the Moonshots took the lead, but Nico Baca had the very, very clutch hit in the eighth inning? Yeah, eighth inning. And Nori, despite having a really good outing, yeah, she got second place because she wasn't able to get the win. And Neon Dion, 3 for 4, and had that opportunity to really open up the game, but there was that pickoff attempt at first, which got the third out of the inning. So unfortunate, but the Moonshots win, and so they win 6-3. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in for today on Super Saturday. I hope we have more streams like this on Saturday. It was pretty fun. So thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep on rigging.